Did you ever wonder what happened in that infamous scene in Season 2 with HAP, where he fights the Baryonyxes? Well, what if I told you he could indeed be making a comeback in the future seasons? So buckle yourself in, because we've got a good video today, and as always, this is your spoiler warning, so if you haven't seen any past seasons, go back, watch them, and come back to this video. And if you do enjoy the video, please hit that like, it really helps me out, and don't forget to subscribe if you enjoy the content. With that, let's get straight into today's video. So hello everybody, and welcome to today's video, where we're going to be talking about HAP, the infamous mercenary from Season 2. Now, if any of you are a bit unfamiliar with HAP, let me just give you a bit of background before we go on to how he could be returning for Season 4, potentially Season 5. Now, HAP was a mercenary hired by Mitch and Tiff and was there to help them guide to find dinosaurs, find animals, and to help them hunt these animals. Now, he seems very rough, very gruff, if that's a word, and he looks extremely mean, and he gives off that impression very early on. So you kind of anticipate that he is going to be the main villain, rather than Mitch and Tiff. Now, we obviously know that wasn't the case, and the fact that Mitch and Tiff were actually the real villains, and HAP didn't really agree with what was going on and wanted to stop them himself. To cut a long story short, he then kind of groups up with the campers, gets to know the campers, enjoys their company, and kind of sides with them against Mitch and Tiff because he wants to save the campers. Now, just before HAP disappears into the nothingness, HAP sacrifices himself in a certain scene where they're on a motorbike. The only way to escape the Baryonyxes was for HAP to jump off, sacrifice himself, and take on 3 Baryonyxes with an electric prod. Now, you see this happen in the series. You see him jump off. HAP can obviously handle himself against all kinds of animals, because it's been said in the season that he's hunted down lots of game and is the best in his field against animals. So he jumps off this motorbike with this electric spear and takes on 3 Baryonyxes, and that's the last you see of him. You see these 3 Baryonyxes basically circling in, HAP lunging forward with his electrical stick and spear and attacking them. So it kind of looks like he's taking them on, and that's the last you ever see. So it's left to your own mind to make up what happens with HAP. Now, a lot of people in this situation obviously are going to assume HAP has perished and we're no longer going to see him, which we don't see him at all after that scene. So you can only assume that he has died to the Baryonyxes. That's where we could go wrong, because we're assuming HAP has actually died, which is obviously one of the tricks producers pull in a lot of series to make you think one thing and then give it a bit of a plot twist so it goes the other way. So HAP could indeed be alive. Now, the odds are stacked against him, because if you were trying to take on 3 Baryonyxes, the chances are you're not going to survive. HAP has got lots and lots of experience in taking on predators, so that's one thing he has got. He could have somehow made himself get away from the Baryonyxes. There could have been a distraction from another dinosaur, potentially scaring away the Baryonyxes. We could have seen a Rex turn up. There could have been all kinds of situations there which could have helped HAP. So let's say he did indeed survive the Baryonyx encounter somehow. Either he fought them off, he escaped, or something scared the Baryonyxes and then he was left on the island. We didn't get to see him at all for the remainder of Season 2, and we didn't see him at all in Season 3. So what would have actually happened to him during them times? Well, he could have actually been making his own way across the island, bunkering down, or he could have tried to rescue himself. He could have actually intertwined himself with the boat, believe it or not, where in Season 3 the campers find the boat, obviously, but in this time HAP could be making his way across the island, misses the campers, sees the boat himself, looks at the boat, goes on and realises it's out of fuel also. He then could be on a journey himself to find fuel and actually misses the campers, and at the end of Season 3 he could actually be on the boat and them unknowingly have him on the boat. Now, we know at the end of Season 3 we hear that dinosaur in the hold. What if HAP is actually in the hold with that dinosaur, and at the beginning of Season 4 we see HAP make a return and a new dinosaur? HAP could indeed be in the hold fighting the dinosaur, or starts to fight this dinosaur at the beginning of Season 4 where all hell breaks loose. I mean, it is a possibility. It is quite far-fetched, but they've left the plot open for HAP. So HAP could indeed make a return, because they've left it wide open to interpretation. he may not make a return in that capacity as such, so he might not actually be on the board, but we could still see him return in future seasons with some kind of backstory on how he maybe got off the island himself, or if the campers do indeed, for season 4, stay on Isla Nublar, you could see Hap make a return. So it is indeed possible, especially as the fact that the interpretation of his death, or perceived death, is wide open, because we don't actually give any indication that he does actually die. All you see is him fighting these baryonyxes, make his little scream as he is about to attack, and that's it. That's the last you see of Hap. So he could indeed be alive and be waiting to return to season 4 or season 5 in some capacity. Now, what do you think on this, guys? Do you think he is going to return, or do you think Hap has finally met his demise and we're not going to see him again? Please let me know in the comments, because we can have a great discussion on it, and we have some great discussions. So please let me know in your comments your thoughts and feelings. And as always, if you like this video, please give it a like, because it does really help me out. And if you want to see more from me, please hit that subscribe button. Plenty of Camp Cretaceous and Jurassic World content on the channel. As always, I'd like to thank my Patreons and my YouTube members. Without them, I wouldn't be able to make these videos, and the support they give is absolutely fantastic. So thank you, guys. I'd like to thank my research executive B for also supporting me, and I'd like to thank you personally for watching. Hope you have a great day, great week, wherever you are in the world. It's absolutely gorgeous still in the UK, so we're enjoying the weather. I hope you guys are having a great day and great week, and I'll see you guys in the next one.